Let's talk about something real, something many of us grapple with, often in silence. Weight loss. Not the glossy magazine cover version, but the messy, emotional, deeply personal journey it truly is. The one filled with late-night cravings, gym anxieties, and the ever-present feeling that you're somehow failing before you even start. It's a landscape dotted with good intentions paved over by self-doubt, where the finish line seems miles away and the starting pistol sounds more like a threat than an invitation. We see the ads, the transformations, the smiling faces holding up smaller jeans. But what they often leave out is the fear. The fear of failure, of judgment, of the sheer, overwhelming effort it takes to change habits ingrained over a lifetime. That fear, that quiet voice whispering doubts in your ear, is often the biggest obstacle standing between you and a healthier, happier you. It's the reason that new gym membership gathers dust, that healthy meal plan gets abandoned after a single cheat day, that well-intentioned jog turns into a walk of shame after only a few blocks. And it's not just about the numbers on the scale. It's about the way we feel in our own skin, the way we perceive ourselves, the way we let those perceptions dictate our choices. It's about the comfort we find in familiar patterns, even when those patterns are actively working against our well-being. That extra slice of pizza, that skipped workout, that second glass of wine, they're not just indulgences. They're often shields, temporary reprieves from the vulnerability of facing our fears head-on. This isn't another pep talk filled with empty promises of overnight success. This is an exploration of that fear, a deep dive into the reasons why it holds us back, and a gentle guide to finding the courage to move forward anyway. We're not going to pretend it's easy. We're not going to tell you to simply power through. Instead, we're going to acknowledge the very real challenges, the setbacks, the moments when you feel like giving up. Because those moments are part of the process. They're not signs of weakness. They're signs that you're human. We're going to look at weight loss not as a purely physical endeavor, but as a psychological one. As a journey of self-discovery, of understanding your own motivations, your own triggers, your own unique relationship with food and your body. We're going to explore the power of self-compassion, the importance of setting realistic goals, and the transformative potential of reframing your mindset. Think of it as turning the volume down on that critical inner voice and turning up the volume on your own inner advocate. The one who believes in you, who knows your strength, who sees your potential, even when you can't see it yourself. This is about learning to listen to that voice, to trust that voice, and to let that voice guide you on your path to a healthier, more fulfilling life. It's about recognizing that fear isn't a stop sign. It's a signal. A signal that something important is happening, that you're on the verge of something new, something transformative. And with the right tools, the right support, and the right mindset, you can learn to harness that fear, to use it as fuel, to propel yourself forward towards the person you're truly meant to be. So, let's delve into the why behind the fear. It's not just a random feeling. It's often a deeply ingrained response rooted in past experiences, societal pressures, and even our own biology. Think about it. Diet culture bombards us with unrealistic images and conflicting advice, setting us up for failure and perpetuating a cycle of shame. Now, consider how this applies when you face a seemingly innocent dessert. Is it truly about the calories, or is it about the internalized message that indulging is bad, a sign of weakness, a moral failing? Furthermore, many of us associate food with comfort, with emotional support. A stressful day at work, a fight with a loved one, a wave of loneliness. These can all trigger a desire for familiar, comforting foods. It's a learned behavior, often stemming from childhood, where food was used as a reward or a source of solace. Consequently, breaking free from these emotional eating patterns requires more than just willpower. It requires understanding the underlying emotions and developing healthier coping mechanisms. Another crucial layer is the fear of the unknown. Embarking on a weight loss journey means stepping outside of your comfort zone, challenging your routines, and facing the uncertainty of what lies ahead. It's like navigating a dense forest without a map, unsure of which path to take or what obstacles you might encounter. This uncertainty can be paralyzing, leading us to cling to the familiar, even if it's ultimately detrimental to our well-being. Building on this, however, is the biological component. Our bodies are wired for survival, and that includes conserving energy. When we restrict calories, our bodies may interpret this as a threat, slowing down our metabolism and increasing our cravings. This can lead to feelings of frustration and discouragement, making it even harder to stick to our goals. Therefore, a sustainable approach to weight loss must take into account these biological factors, focusing on nourishing our bodies with whole, unprocessed foods and avoiding extreme caloric restriction. Conversely, it's also about the fear of success. Subconsciously, some of us may fear the changes that come with weight loss, the attention, the expectations, the feeling of being different. It's a paradoxical fear, but it's a real one. Consider the individual who has always identified as the funny, overweight friend. Losing weight might mean redefining their identity, navigating new social dynamics, and facing the vulnerability of being seen in a new light. To illustrate, let's imagine Sarah, who has struggled with her weight for years. Each failed attempt at dieting has reinforced her belief that she's simply not capable of losing weight. This belief has become a self-fulfilling prophecy, leading her to avoid situations where she might feel judged or inadequate. For Sarah, the fear of failure has become a greater obstacle than the weight itself. Recognizing this pattern is the first step towards breaking free from it. Reflecting on this journey so far, we begin to perceive a profound shift in perspective, moving away from the battlefield of willpower and deprivation towards a landscape of understanding and self-acceptance. It's akin to trading a rigid, unyielding map for a compass that guides us not to a predetermined destination, but towards our own internal North Star. The scale, once a symbol of judgment, now becomes a mere instrument, providing data points along a much richer, more meaningful trajectory. Drawing these strands together, we see that the challenge of weight loss isn't simply a matter of subtracting calories and adding exercise. It's about cultivating a deeper, more compassionate relationship with ourselves. It's about recognizing the intricate dance between our emotions, our habits, and our physical well-being. It's about acknowledging the ways in which we've learned to use food as a coping mechanism, a source of comfort, or even a form of self-sabotage. In light of these insights, the path forward becomes clearer, not as a linear progression towards an arbitrary ideal, but as a spiral journey of self-discovery. There will be ups and downs, setbacks and triumphs, moments of doubt and moments of unwavering resolve. But with each revolution of the spiral, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, a greater appreciation for our own resilience, and a stronger sense of our own inherent worth. As we pivot towards the final reflection, consider the image of a tightrope walker. They don't focus on the fear of falling. They focus on the next step, on maintaining their balance, on trusting their own abilities. Similarly, we can choose to focus on the fear of failure, or we can choose to focus on the small, incremental steps we can take each day to move closer to our goals. We can choose to be paralyzed by self-doubt, or we can choose to embrace the challenges as opportunities for growth. This isn't about achieving perfection. It's about making progress. It's about learning to forgive ourselves for our mistakes, to celebrate our small victories, and to keep moving forward, one step at a time. It's about recognizing that our worth isn't tied to our weight, our size, or our appearance. It's about embracing our imperfections, celebrating our uniqueness, and living our lives to the fullest, regardless of what the scale says. The weight loss challenge, therefore, transforms from a daunting task into a powerful opportunity for personal growth. It becomes a chance to confront our fears, to challenge our limiting beliefs, and to cultivate a deeper sense of self-compassion. It's a journey that requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. And as we stand on the threshold of the final reflection, we can feel a sense of anticipation, a sense of hope, and a sense of empowerment. The sun is about to rise, revealing a new horizon of possibilities. The tools for healing are not magical wands, but rather a collection of practical, psychologically sound strategies that can help you navigate the complexities of weight loss with greater ease and self-compassion. One of the most powerful of these tools is cognitive restructuring, a technique that involves identifying and challenging negative thought patterns that contribute to self-doubt and discouragement. When you find yourself thinking, "I'll never be able to do this," ask yourself, is this thought truly helpful? Is there another way to look at the situation? Perhaps you can reframe it as, "This is challenging, but I'm learning and growing stronger every day." Mindfulness is another invaluable tool. It involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment, allowing you to become more aware of your eating habits, your emotional triggers, and your body's signals of hunger and fullness. Before you reach for that snack, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, am I truly hungry, or am I eating out of boredom, stress, or habit? By cultivating this awareness, you can begin to make more conscious choices about what you eat and how you eat it. Furthermore, it's crucial to set realistic goals and celebrate your progress along the way. Instead of focusing on losing a large amount of weight in a short period of time, break your goals down into smaller, more manageable steps. Perhaps you can start by adding 1 serving of vegetables to each meal, or by walking for 30 minutes 3 times a week. As you achieve these smaller goals, you'll build momentum and confidence, making it easier to stick to your plan in the long run. Self-compassion is perhaps the most essential tool of all. It involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend who is struggling. When you make a mistake, don't beat yourself up about it. Instead, acknowledge your feelings, learn from the experience, and move on. Remember that setbacks are a normal part of the process, and they don't diminish your worth or your ability to succeed. Also, consider building a support system. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, believe in you, and hold you accountable. This could include friends, family members, a therapist, or a support group. Having a network of people to lean on can make a huge difference in your ability to stay motivated and overcome challenges. Share your struggles, celebrate your victories, and remind each other that you're not alone in this journey. Finally, remember that weight loss is not just about changing your physical appearance. It's about improving your overall well-being. Focus on nourishing your body with healthy foods, getting enough sleep, managing stress, and engaging in activities that bring you joy. As you prioritize your physical and mental health, you'll find that weight loss becomes a natural byproduct of a healthier, more balanced lifestyle.